Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the about to be rainy Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be seeing the narcissist for who they are. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So many times when we are in these narcissistic relationships, we tend to give these individuals the benefit of the doubt because we can't see who they really are. We believe in the narrative, the false narrative of the mask. We believe that this individual is the person that they portrayed themselves to be. Nothing could be further from the truth. Remember, the narcissist is an energy vampire. They want to extract your resources, your energy from you. They want you believing in the mask. Their actions do not follow up with their words, and they know this. So when you actually drill down inside the narcissistic relationship, maybe it's you right now, post-narcissistic relationship. Maybe you're just identifying that you're in a relationship with a narcissist. Maybe you've been free from the relationship for years. Point being, when you actually see them for who they are, you understand a few key things. One is that they are hollow and empty and shallow. Two is that they are incapable of change. Three is their actions do not match their words. In other words, they will sell you anything that they want to get you to believe in, but that's most likely not the truth. They're trying to get you to believe in the fantasy, the possibilities of what ifs. They future fake, they gaslight, they give you the silent treatment, they stonewall you. They give you the smear campaign when you're in the relationship with them, and you could think to yourself, well, how could anyone even do that? Well, I'll tell you how, because they're a narcissist and they want to tear you down. But seeing them for who they really are and understanding at their core, they are nothing but empty, hollow, shallow vessels. There's no substance to them. There's no authenticity to them. They mimic back other people's words. They mimic back other people's actions and thoughts, and they steal other people's ideas. You may say, well, that sounds like a lot of people, Andrew. Well, yeah, it probably is, but the point is, a narcissist doesn't just steal an idea. They want to steal an idea and they want to crush you while doing it. They want to make sure that you do not thrive, you do not exist, you do not fulfill your destiny. All these things I mentioned on the channel, they include your abundance in who you are and your bright shining light and your positive energy. These are the things that the narcissist wanted to take from you. And again, they succeeded for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship. But when you see the narcissist for who they really are, and you understand that their existence is not a good existence, it's not a pleasant place to be, every day contemplating who you will distract, how you will get resources from other unsuspecting individuals, what lies you will tell, what little groups of people or little sects of people you will keep isolated from other individuals, how to instill the smear campaign. In other words, how to talk badly about perhaps your spouse or your friend, whoever this person, alleged friend is. The narcissist is always on the search. They're always on the prowl looking for the perfect human being. They're looking for something that they can hang their hat on, something that will fulfill them, someone who will always give them supply and make them feel better about themselves to the detriment of themselves. In other words, they want you to provide all of your energy and pump up the narcissist and their fragile ego, but they don't want you to be living your best life. They want to keep you in the narcissistic fog. And seeing them for who they really are, meaning the narcissist, this is a pivotal part because many people can't get to wrap their heads around the fact that the person they fell in love with or went into business with, or maybe it's their own sibling or mom or dad, this person isn't who they thought they were. And you're right, that's called a light bulb moment. That's called realization, that's called understanding, and that's called knowing that these people, they don't think the way you think. They have zero empathy, there's no love within them. All they want to do is to have you rot from the outside in. That's what they want. Picture an apple that is hanging from a tree, and it's beautiful, and it looks so delicious. It's amazing, right? Okay, that's good. That's an apple. When you pick it, boom, you take a bite into it, and oh my goodness, it's the best tasting apple on the planet. Okay, fantastic. Now picture a different tree with a different apple hanging. It looks absolutely equally as beautiful. You take it off the tree, you pick it, you take a bite into it, and what's inside of it? It's rotten, it's disgusting. That is a narcissist at their core, and they know that. The only difference with the narcissist is their exterior many times gets people to fall into these relationships because the exterior looks polished, it looks good, it looks pleasing to the eye, let's put it that way. but inside there's nothing but rotten fruit. That's exactly what a narcissist is. And when you see them for who they are, number one, you can't unsee what you've seen. In other words, you now know, you're getting the wisdom on my channel. You are coupling that with your experience and your insight, and you now are putting boundaries in place. You no longer are a people pleaser. You can now say the strongest word in the English language, which is no. Remember, when you say no to someone or something, you are saying yes to yourself. That is a good thing. But when you see the narcissist for who they really are, that all they wanted to do was take as much from you as they possibly could. And just when you thought they had taken everything from you, they want to kick you when you're down and take even more from you. Example there is when you're trying to divorce a narcissist. Does it go, do you two just sit down, have a cup of coffee with a couple lawyers and agree 50-50 on the assets? Absolutely not. The narcissist wants to take virtually everything from you. Are they entitled to it? No, they're not. But they believe that they are entitled to it. Same thing with raising kids. Perhaps you married the narcissist and you were raising children with the narcissist. Did the narcissist support you and give you backup and listen to the rules or the guidelines of how you wanted to raise the kids? No, they didn't. They did whatever they wanted to. They blew up the relationship with you and your children, most likely, or attempted to do so. They invalidated any boundary that you try to put in place. In other words, like a curfew or let's study after school for these 2 hours. No, that would be thrown out the window. Why? Because that's what the narcissist does. They don't want you to have anything to say. They don't want you to have any word in the upbringing of the children. And you need to get this message across. The whole point is the narcissist is an individual who, as they age, they become the aging narcissist. Now, I created a series on that. You should check it out. The aging narcissist is not only not a pretty sight to see, but B, they get worse over time. These people, even on their deathbeds, are claiming things or trying to throw other people under the bus, or are not, let's say, being resentful. No, not resentful. They're not being repentant. They believe that they are entitled, and from the minute they're born up until their very last breath, the aging narcissist or the narcissist believes that they are better than you. They believe they're smarter than you, that they know more than you, that they will get one over on you. That's what they think. So you really need to get the message. When you see them for who they are, you should understand that the path is to block them, to go no contact, delete them, remove all flying monkeys and people associated with them, because the narcissist is just a toxic individual. They don't want your best interest at heart. They may have claimed that in the beginning, in that tiny little love bomb / euphoric stage, when they got their hooks sunken into you or their dirty fangs entrenched in your neck, and they had you believing in what their words were. But that was a different version of the person you are thinking about now. Remember, this is a cycle. It's a cycle with the narcissist. It goes love bomb / euphoric stage, devaluation, discard, wash, rinse, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat, whatever it is. And you could throw a Hoover in there every now and again. If you're as unfortunate to receive a Hoover, remember, you don't want to accept a Hoover. Hoover can come in many forms. It can be a package dropped off at your doorstep. It can be a letter, it can be an email, it can be a phone call, a text. It can be a flying monkey asking you how you're doing, and you're like, who are you? I haven't heard from you in 10 years, but you're asking me about how I'm doing. Oh, that's right, you're a friend of the narcissist. Thank you, but no thank you. Get the message here, everybody. So when you see them for who they really are, you actually, the further you get away from them, first of all, the stronger you become. The stronger you become, the weaker they become. The weaker they become, the less of a factor they are in your life. And then you can actually process what the relationship was, the relationship you're in with this individual, why you had to go through it, how you have healed and or how you are healing on the healing path, what you want out of a relationship going forward, what you don't want out of a relationship going forward, and that your time is the most valuable commodity on the planet. Remember, when you were with the narcissist, you were running around doing on the endless to-do list, running errands, paying bills, planning vacations that would be blown up, buying school books, tuition, paying mortgages, being the chauffeur, being the person that cleaned the pool, cut the grass, took care of the dogs, fed the dogs, watered the plants, did all the household chores, all the additions, all the projects where you were a part of, or you supported financial supply for it, or financial resources for it. All of these things now get thrown out the window when you drowned out the narcissist. And now you just have time to do what? To just be. You can exhale, you can reflect back on the relationship, you can practice radical acceptance and understand that in fact you did have to go through that relationship. It was challenging, it was trying, perhaps it still is right now, but there's no other path. You had to go through that relationship to get to the other end of the tunnel, where the abundance happens, where the growth happens, where the possibilities are endless, where doors open up for you, where again, as I mentioned a moment ago, you can just be, you can breathe, you can do things in time, in your time. You're not running around on a hamster wheel any longer, working for the narcissist, being an unpaid helper, being a walking apology. You're not discounting their poor behavior and taking blame for their poor actions. You're not the person who's experiencing blame shifting when everything falls on your shoulders. You can't do anything right. The truth of the matter is, when you were in the relationship, you were doing everything you possibly could. You were the glue that kept the family together. You were the person who was doing everything, while the narcissist was doing what? That's right, while they were out looking for your replacement, getting other sources of supply. This is exactly how the narcissist lives. They are creatures of habit. Nothing is sustainable in a narcissistic relationship. There's not one thing. Every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. It is simply a matter of time when it expires. Will you wise up and remove yourself from the relationship? Will the narcissist discard you? Or will you stay trapped in the narcissistic fog, the zombie-like, trance-like state where you don't know if you're coming or going? All you know is your health is taking a hit, your financial resources are depleted, your social circle has blown up, you're hearing whispers and rumblings about yourself, i.e. the smear campaign. Wedges have been driven between you and anyone who was important to you, meaning family members, friends, colleagues, everything. And you're a shell of yourself. That's no way to exist. Remember, when you're in the narcissistic fog, you are existing, you are not living. You begin living, you begin entering the third version of you post-narcissistic relationship when you have healed, or you are well on the healing path and you understand that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. That's a place the narcissist never wanted you to find. It is an oasis of abundance. It is an oasis of love. It's an oasis of positive energy. It's an oasis of possibilities and of beauty. That's where you live. That's where you will live. That's where we are all waiting for you to arrive, in that destination. But until then, get the message. You need to understand who the narcissist really is. When you actually see them for who they really are, it's not a pretty sight. It's a childlike person trapped in an adult body, feeling entitled, who is actually a coward and a bully. And that's what they do. They bulldoze their way through life. They blame other people for their poor behavior. They are inaccountable. They can't introspect. They can't ever learn, and they can't ever evolve or grow. The only thing the narcissist does is change the mask they wear and glom on to another unsuspecting individual, i.e. a new supply, a person that doesn't have the wisdom on the narcissistic abusive cycle and most likely doesn't have boundaries, and who will fall for that apple that was hanging on tree number 2 that looked beautiful and it looked so delicious and so ripe, but when you took a bite of it, it was rotten inside. It was infested with maggots. There you go. There's a narcissist at their core. Sorry to be so graphic, but it's so true. You can have the most beautiful thing, using an apple as an example, and it could look great on the outside. You cut into it and it's perfect. Apple number 2, you could do the same thing and boom, it's not good. Let's put it that way. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the about to be rainy Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you. And remember, seeing the narcissist for who they really are, this is where people get stuck. They don't want to believe that this individual actually can't change and that they are a narcissist or they are toxic. And when you wrap your head around that and you really go down the rabbit hole of knowledge and of wealth, meaning mental wealth and education, then you understand, wow, this really is a person who can't change. This really is a person who doesn't have my best interest at heart. This really is a person who tried to take me down for the count. And this is a person who is jealous of me and envious of me and who wanted to be me. And guess what? They can't, they won't, and they never will change. So remember, again, guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you're not alone. God bless you. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I have to beat the rain. Bye.